Welcome to Griswold High School. Adam Plager alongside Sean Stass. Well, exciting day for ECC Baseball Championships. Heavy slate of baseball, but I guess some keys for this Griswold team here today.
We got last time these two teams played, they won 5-3 Griswold. They came out last game firing with the bats and on defense, so they just got to continue to do that today, as that's a grounder to the shortstop.
Just like that, one pitch, one away. You can't ask for much more efficiency than that. Griswold coming to play winners of their last 3 ball games. They have the top spot in the conference. Our apologies for only being audio right now. Just getting some stuff together on the camera side of things. We'll try and get that going as quickly as we can. Lots of running around today from Dodd Stadium back here to Griswold. That's a little looper. That'll fall into shallow center field. And the pitcher, Robbie Dion, looking to help his case out in this ball game.
And that's what you want to get. You want to start early. You want to get your runs going early, especially today on a hot day. Definitely on the mound, it's going to be trouble for these guys. Sweat with all the sweat. They got to just, they're just going to have to pitch their game, not aim it, which Colin Mitchell does very well for Griswold, so we'll see how he does for the rest of this game too.
So one out base runner is on first base. That's Robbie Dion, the pitcher for Putnam in this ball game. Griswold looking to navigate around the one out base runner. At the plate is the shortstop, Lucas Canita. Garita, the offering, that's slashed foul down the left field side, and they count back even, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Taking a look at the Griswold defense, we got Colin Mitchell on the mound with Drew Harden behind the plate. Kincaid Rubino at second. At first base is Jacob Hamill. Shortstop, we have Sean Garvin. Third base, Jake Duthry. In left field, we have Calvin Odo. Center field, we have Sam Gilgenbach. And in right field, we have Sonny Botello. And batting for Jacob Hamill today will be Kiki Boyce at the DH.
Well, how about a backwards K for Colin Mitchell to come right back and get his second out of the inning. There's a pitch that backs up the cleanup hitter, Travis Fredette. The name pronunciations here. Mike Minarski, our technical director for this ball game. And here comes the offering, and a nice pick there by the catcher Harden. We saw him on the bump last game.
Yep.
So, again, he's really a true athlete. Colin Mitchell started that game, and you called it. They're going to save his arm for the ECC Championships. This is what it's all about. The offering from Mitchell taken for a called strike. He's really hitting that outside corner.
Yeah, he's a great he doesn't aim his pitches. He just throws it, and wherever it lands, it's going to land for him. He's been doing that all season, and it's been working well for him.
And the runner is going to throw down to second. It was right on the line there, and then it hits the runner that was going, Robbie Dion. Looks like he's trying to shake things off. There's a stolen base for Robbie Dion. He's into scoring position, looking to create a little 2-out rally for Putnam in the first.
Yep, and Putnam is going to be fighting in this game. This game is to get them to Dodd Stadium. This is the quarterfinal matchup. They played a game before this, winning that game.
There it is, flipped into center field. They are going to try and send Dion home. The throw is headed towards the plate, but it's up the line, and the run's going to score easily. And advancing to second is Fredette. He's into scoring position, and it's Putnam who strikes first. It's 1-0.
And that's big for Putnam. They needed that, especially with their pitcher scoring for them, helping them out, get that 1-0. And we're looking at, this is a tough field to play on. Mike and I have talked about it all year. You have one of the farthest backstops, and on both sides, first and third base, you have the longest way to the fence. So if one goes by anywhere, the runner's going no matter who it is.
And how about that stolen base, too, by Dion, the pitcher, again, helping himself out. You know that urgency is so important early in this ball game, and it leads to the first run of the ball game. And that's some nice situational hitting, too, with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. Just stuck with that pitch and sent it into center field.
Yeah, it was a great play.
So the batter is now Devin Lamont. And the pitch from Mitchell is taken downstairs.
2-0. He's starting. Colin Mitchell, once he gets 2-0, he starts to realize where he is. gets his pitches back to where they should be, and he cruises the rest of the way through.
Oh, that one is a called strike. Just dotted on the outside corner.
Tim to save the day, man.
3-1. This is going to be the payoff pitch for him. Can't walk him right here with 2 outs.
Big spot here for Mitchell, trying to minimize the damage. 1 run in the inning. Here comes the offering, taken up and in. And the payoff pitch misses. There's runners at first and second with 2 outs.
All right, got to get this batter going. Got to get this guy going before you can't get the bases loaded here and be at stake for another run here. You want to keep it at 1-0 for the minimum right now and let the guys come out and start hitting like they did last game. But Putnam's hot. They had a game before this. As that one's high, ball 1.
And how about getting to host this game at your home field? You just get to have that extra energy here. But this is a big spot for Colin Mitchell. He lost Lamont with that walk. So another batter up in this inning for Putnam, who's looking to add on. These are big add-on runs out on the base pass right now. Runners at first and second with 2 out. The last 2 batters reaching base safely. First it was Fredette with that big RBI single, and later the catcher Lamont draws that 7-pitch walk. So again, they're really forcing Mitchell to have to work here, and he's a little wild to start this ball game.
Yeah, and Colin, he's definitely. I think it's not really the nerves, but I think it's just it's 80 degrees out there right now. His hands are sweating. He's sweating. They're wearing long pants, all black jerseys, black uniforms. So it's a little hot for him, and he's just trying to. I think right now he's trying to aim his pitches a little bit as Coach Tim goes out to talk to him.
Well, that will walk the bases loaded. Back-to-back walks in the inning here for Colin Mitchell. Hot, sticky day here in Eastern Connecticut for the conference championships, and this is a big spot. Bases loaded, back-to-back walks in the inning. Couple of hits in the inning, and Putnam's really putting the pressure on early. Putnam. Thank you.
Yeah, and Putnam.
I don't know what I was saying.
He was close to it. It was around Putnam, yeah. I didn't catch it until you just said it, though.
Did you hang it together?
So just to have it correct, Putnam?
Putnam, yep.
Putnam.
Hey, you're in California, man. You don't know.
I don't. Putnam. Can't mess it up now.
No, yeah, now you're good.
Phonetic.
You spelled it out for him.
That's what you do.
No one's seeing this.
Even when the camera works.
That is right. So the 7th batter of the inning is the left fielder, Cillian Campos. And right back into the strike zone. You just said Coach Tim comes out there again. He's trying to bring him back into the strike zone. And just really settle down the temperature in this ball game. It's a lot of runway left and a big cut and a miss there from Campos, and it's 0-2.
This team, and we've talked about this team all year, and it's like these guys have been playing since they were little together. They have a great team, and nobody expected them to get this far as he strikes them out.
So in the inning for Colin Mitchell, a pair of strikeouts. A run does cross the plate, but they do leave them loaded, headed to the home half of the first. When we come back, you're listening to all of it right here on SN. SN will keep things rolling. How about we meet the batting order for the Griswold Wolverines, the number 1 spot.
I just added a run for him.
Oh, they got one run?
Yeah.
I'll say their last name, just please say their first name.
Yeah. Ready?
Welcome back to coverage of the Eastern Connecticut Conference Championship action. The Griswold Wolverines looking to get right back into this ball game, and Colin Mitchell comes back with a huge third out to leave them loaded for Putnam in the top of the first inning. Well, here is how things look to start it out for the Griswold Wolverines. Leading it off will be Cade Rubino. Batting second is the shortstop, Sean Garvin, and batting third, the catcher, Drew Harden. Big spot here for Griswold. We're looking to get back to Dodd Stadium. We saw them there earlier this week. Obviously that one run on the board for Putnam, but again, maybe some momentum to build after getting out of that big jam for Colin Mitchell.
And the thing about Griswold is, too, Dodd Stadium is a different field for them. They're not used to it, and it's hard to say how they'll perform there again. Last game, they performed great. Probably the best we've seen them perform at Dodd Stadium. The other couple games, they were struggling, didn't score many runs. But the last game, they were up big, and that's what they needed coming into this game. As the count is 2-0 for Kincaid.
The pitch to Rubino is a called strike, and getting back into the count is the pitcher, Robbie Dion. He had a single when he was batting in the first inning, also came in to score the lone run for Putnam in the top of the first. The offering misses well outside, and that's going to roll all the way to the backstop to the leadoff hitter, Cade Rubino.
This is not the guy you want on base either with this speed. Oh, sorry, Mike. Didn't know you were behind me.
Quite okay.
Scared me a little bit. I didn't know anybody was behind me.
So Rubino draws a big leadoff walk in the inning, all kinds of speed on the base pass to start it out for Griswold, and that's what you want to do, apply some pressure and really get these big bats working here for Griswold.
Especially with that speed. You want that speed on the base path right now to get that tying run in for him. A ball going to the backstop, he's going. Even if the catcher drops it, he's going. So no matter what, he's going through.
And the pitch misses well outside to Sean Garvin, the shortstop. So we get the camera operating here. Shout out to Tim on the camera operations coming in clutch. Help save the day for us. And here comes that one's going to get away from the first baseman, and here come extra bases with the leadoff batter Rubino around second. He is jogging his way, and he will cruise in safely into third. So in just a blink of an eye, Stas, we have a runner from first all the way to third, and just those small little details in a baseball game, they can really add up. And
it's that fence. It's the distance like I was talking about earlier. You know, one ball by and that's thrown to the fence. And with somebody like Kincaid on the base path, that's a free two bases, maybe one for anybody else, you know? And that's what's going to help him for the rest of this game.
Lots of foul ground here in Griswold, and that one is just outside to the batter, Sean Garvin. This also almost reminds me of the Oakland Coliseum. That ball's in foul ground. You better run a long way to get to it. And there's a called strike to the righty shortstop, Sean Garvin.
And we've talked about it all year. This is the best this field has ever looked. Great job to everybody, Griswold Athletics, everybody who has been maintaining the field, taking care of it, because it looks incredible right now. And we've never seen it like this.
Pretty hot sunny day here in Griswold, Connecticut. The runner standing at third is the leadoff batter, Cade Rubino. And there's a pitch that misses well outside and away, brushes up some dirt. And how about some credit to the catcher as well for Putnam, Devin Lamont, to keep that in front of him and to block it, or we could have had a tie ball game. Here comes the pitch to Garvin. That one crushed into the right center field
gap. That's going to be extras.
That will easily score the runner, Rubino.
He's going to go 3. Yep.
That throw coming back into the infield. It's going to be a
That's how you got to lead it up. That's what you needed. Sean has that power too. where it was a great hit, great oppo hit. I mean, how many times do you see an oppo hit nowadays? Not often anymore. So what a great hit, what a great placement of it to read the outfield as well. And now you have Drew Harden with another strong bat with Do 3 coming in the 4 spot. And Do 3, I'm going to say a lot about Do 3 because I've grown up with the kid since he was like 4. But he's moved up in this lineup this year. He was in around the 8 spot. He's now at the 4 spot. This kid, and I've been to almost every game for him, and he struck out twice. 2 times, and that's why he's moving up. He's helpful all season so far. He's doing a great job this year, and so is Drew Harden as well at the bat. Drew Harden, if he gets a hold of one, you're going to see that thing fly.
Does it on the mound, does it behind the plate. He'll do it in the batter's box. Can't say enough good things about Drew Harden. One big swing of the bat from Sean Garvin, an RBI triple has tied up this ballgame. And we go back to your point about that leadoff walk. That is so instrumental because that pickoff attempt gets away. Rubino, all kinds of speed. Walks can come back to hurt you in a ball game. It's those little details, and what a big inning it was for Putnam in the top of the first. Colin Mitchell able to minimize that damage, allow his team a chance to get right back into this ball game, and they have done so. Just 2 batters coming to the plate here in the bottom of the first, all tied at 1 here in Griswold. Here comes the offering.
Oh.
Big cut from Harden. Just got a piece of it.
It looks like the ump was holding the catcher. I don't know if the catcher got hit off of like a foul tip or a little bit, but it looked like he was shaking a little bit. Sorry for our camera. We're just working on our camera right now.
Here comes the offering. Oh, a big cut.
Great
and a
pitch.
miss.
That was a great pitch.
Huge strikeout there for Robbie Dion to set down the number 3 spot, Drew Harden. And that's the big first out of the inning for Putnam.
So now up Jake Do 3, and this is a running joke with me and his family that he was always up with 2 outs, so it's finally good to see him up with 1 out only because usually he's up here with 2 outs.
So Do 3 looking to drive home the go-ahead run that stands at third. That is Sean Garvin. He had a game-tying triple earlier in the inning, and trying to minimize the damage here is Robbie Dion. Colin Mitchell on the other side for Griswold did his part in the top of the first. And there's a nice pitch that just dips into the bottom of the strike zone right at the inside corner.
And you know Colin's feeling good right now. He's got that 1 run in to tie it. He's got a runner on third now. He's only got 1 out in this inning. You know, they get a nice little ground ball. That's a run right there. A nice fly ball to the outfield. That's a run.
Here comes the offering. That is swung on and popped out.
That'll score him.
That should be deep enough to score the game-tying go-ahead run. Drew Harden is going to come in and score on the sac fly, and there is a nice piece of situational hitting.
Garvin. Sean Garvin to score that one.
Oh, did I say Drew Harden?
Yeah.
Oh, my apologies.
You're good. No, you're good. I don't know what happened here, but if you're seeing Adam right now at Dodge Stadium, we're not there.
We are not at Dodge Stadium. I was there
today earlier.
Back, yeah.
It has we're looking here. It has a video of you looking.
Yeah, that is actually the camera. We were actually working on seeing what it would look like as a studio camera. So we are working on orchestrating our camera right now. That is Tim. That's our camera operator. Everyone say hello to Tim. He's doing a great job.
I just knocked down I don't know what I just knocked down.
We are working on just trying to set things up. We hope the audio is still running for everyone back home. Here is Gilgenbach to the plate, the center fielder. Here comes the offering, cut on, and that is bounced into fair territory. It's going to be a tough play at first, and they will be able to make it to end the inning. All kinds of credit there to the catcher, Devin Lamont, to field his position and put away the final out of the inning. Griswold comes back to equalize the ball game. We are all squared 1-1 after 1 here at Griswold. Headed to the top of the second when we return.
We're just gonna come back because I'm not running an ad right now.
Welcome back to Griswold High School, all tied at 1 after 1, headed to the top of the second. Here
2-1.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, 2-1.
2-1.
My apologies. That was a nice sacrifice fly in that bottom of the first inning, thanks to Jake Duthry. And you had all kinds of praise for him. Yes, it's a sac fly. That's an RBI on the stat sheet. Situational hitting, and he was happy to come up with 1 out in the inning, because if that's 2 outs in the inning, it would end the inning. So Jake Duthry does the job there. 2-1 Griswold after that first inning of playing. Take me into the mindset here of Cole Mitchell, who is really able to work out of a monster jam in that first inning. Bases loaded, strands them all there. Obviously, they get the 1 run in the inning, but a chance for him to really settle into this ball game.
So I mean, Colin's coming up. He's coming up confident now. He's got a 1-run lead. What he needed. He's pitching well. He's pitching well. I mean, he's not too high in his pitch count. Is what they're looking for. Once he gets a little high in that pitch count, once there's more runs adding up, if there is, then that's what we're going to look at. What do we do from there? They're going to bring. They have the arms. They have arms to bring in. So that's a ground ball to Garvin.
Garvin, was unable to come up with it.
That's rare. Garvin is usually right. I think that ball died in the grass. It didn't keep rolling. It looked like he stopped. He thought that ball was still going, and it just died right in the grass.
So Gustafson reaches on that air. It will bring up the center fielder, Jacob Olson. And there's a play to retire Olson. He set down on the fielder's choice ground out, and there's the first out of the inning.
I found out what I dropped. I dropped my phone.
There we go.
I found it. It was sitting in the corner over here, and I looked down.
It's hiding from you. It's growing legs, walking away. Doesn't want you to be on it.
I'm just surprised it didn't break, to be honest with you.
Where was it?
It was sitting right here in the corner with all these bats.
Wood bats, might I add. Those can do some serious
damage.
Yeah. That one bounced in the dirt, and it's Drew Harden who's able to block it and keep it in front of him. Back to the top of the order we are for Putnam. It is Nick Devon at the plate. He grounded out to Garvin, his first plate appearance. Runner in scoring position for Putnam on that fielder's choice ground out. Here comes the offering from Colin Mitchell. That's tapped over to second and able to field it easily and put away the second out of the inning is Rubino, and there's 2 away.
And that's where you want to go. You got 2 outs now. Yeah, you have a runner on third, but Colin's not worried about that runner. Once that runner reaches second base and there's 2 outs, he's not worried about him. He's going to go right at who he needs to go at, and that's going to be the pitcher. Or the hitter. Not that he's pitching. That's what, yeah. Everybody knew what I meant.
So the batter is Robbie Dion. He had a single into center field, his first plate appearance, up for the second time this afternoon. In the top of the second, he wears number 99. Don't see that too often.
No, not anymore. The only player you can think of now is Aaron Judge, but that's it.
That's right. All rise for the Judge. Oh, that got away from the catcher, but just getting a piece of it was the batter, Robbie Dion, the pitcher, who's looking again to help his case out. He scored the first run of the game, the lone run for Putnam. He's looking to get this ball game tied. A big wave and a miss. That got away from Harden, and he will put away the final out to complete the strikeout. Colin Mitchell gets a punch out to end the inning and preserve the lead. 2-1 Griswold headed to the bottom of the second here on SNSN. But again, how about that by the catcher, Harden, to keep that one into a spot where he can make that final out of the inning and make sure that strikeout was completed without that second run crossing safely.
And you'll barely get anything by Harden, and that's why that ball bounced as far as it did forward, because he blocked it. Went right off of him, and he wasn't stopping it. But looking at this umpire as well, he's got a small strike zone, very thin, very compact strike zone, which I know a lot of people don't like it. Pitchers definitely don't like it. I love it. When I was a pitcher, I loved that. Huh? Yes. But yeah, I used to love that as a pitcher. Makes it harder, makes it tougher. But you can also widen that strike zone when you're a pitcher. If you keep adding them out there and the umpire keeps seeing that, he's going to widen it up for you a little bit, and that's the best thing to do in these situations. And I think right now that's what Mitchell's trying to do, is widen that strike zone a little bit for him.
It's all about framing, too, from your catcher. It's just those little details. I remember when I used to pitch, there were certain catchers I would only want to throw to just because of the way they set up their target, albeit it was Little League. But, again, it makes a big difference. It makes that strike zone appear a little bit bigger and a lot easier, where you feel like you can just play catch with your catcher. That's what it's all about.
Go out there and spit him on the floor, dude. That ain't fair.
Bottom of the second, and it's Griswold and the big Kiki Boyce to lead it off for the Wolverines. He had an excellent day at Dodd Stadium earlier in the week.
Big DH.
Freshman DH.
Yeah. His first game here, we saw he started with a couple doubles, and it was great. He had, I think it was 2 double, 4. He went 4 for 4. He had 2 doubles his first game.
5 RBIs.
Yeah, 5 RBIs in that first one. That was a great game for him in his first appearance for varsity.
Bright future ahead for the young Kiki Boyce, who stands right atop of the home plate. And there's a called strike on the outside corner. Robbie Dion's looking to just target that outside corner. First pitch of the at-bat missed outside and was able to nail it on the second pitch and pitch number 3. And if I'm Kiki Boyce, I'm going to stay right on top of the plate here and make sure you can cover the outside pitch. It is 1-2 to the Wolverine designated hitter.
Yeah, he's going to swing. He's going to swing if he likes it, and he always will. We've seen it in Little League. We've seen it with him growing up. His eyes widen up when he sees that ball.
Kiki Boyce looking to battle here in a 3-2 count.
Yeah, full count, yep.
Here comes the payoff to the designated hitter Boyce. That backs him up and in. He'll draw a leadoff walk in the inning, same as how it was in the bottom of the first. Another leadoff walk to start it out. And don't be fooled, he had a stolen base last game.
He did. But that just shows you it went from 1-2 to 3-2 that quickly, and then led to a walk. And that's just great patience at the plate and great awareness.
There's a pitch driven back over the head of the right fielder. Extra bases on the way for Kiki Boyce as well. He's going to be given the green light to come on and score. And how about the pitcher Colin Mitchell? He's going to have himself a stand-up triple.
Helping himself out, and that's the second triple we've seen this game. The second Oppo triple as well. We don't see great play, great way to hit it. And now they know where they're hitting that ball. And they're helping his own calls out. That's what he needed to do.
So Griswold extends their lead in the ball game. It is 3-1 Wolverines. And the pitcher Colin Mitchell with the RBI stand-up triple stands at third. The pitch to Odo is tapped foul, third base side. And Griswold again looking to add on here against Putnam.
And this bottom of the order, they can't be fooled. A lot of people think, the weaker hitters are at the bottom. Not with this team. Sonny Patel, I saw, is up last in the lineup, and he is absolutely has a great swing. The last time he came back from his injury, he roped one down the third base line, and it was one of the best hits I've seen. It literally bounced off the line, perfectly off the line.
Was that here at home?
Yeah, that was the home game against Lyman. And that was a great game for them. Tough game. Lyman is a tough team this year. Putnam gave them a run for their money too. 5-3 was the last time.
Do you guys need a cup to spit those in?
Here comes the offering, a big wave and a miss there from Calvin Odo. He was looking to do some damage. The runner at third, that's the pitcher for Griswold. That's Colin Mitchell. Here comes the offering to Odo on the off-speed pitch out in front of it. And there's a big strikeout for Robbie Dion.
And here we go. Sonny's up right now. Dion. as Sonny Botello's up right now, and then we got the top of the order.
Ooh, that stung Sonny Potts right on that front foot. Those don't feel good.
No, he just came back from an injury, too, on his hand. He's another freshman.
Two options. You can spit in here, or you can spit in a poop bag. Your choice. Thank you.
So you needed a mom in here to figure this shit out.
Well, it looks like Sonny Botello's trying to shake this one off here.
It's off his front foot, too. Right off the, looks like right off the toe.
And there's no protection on the ankles at this level.
Nope. Oh, he could have.
Do they have some in the dugout?
No. I mean, they could get their own. Some guys do. Most of them don't.
It's not supplied by the team.
No.
Yeah.
No. The helmets actually, to be honest with you, the helmets used to not be either. We used to have to. We got our own. We got our own when I was here. And like Drew Harden, he has his own catcher's gear. He wears his.
Oh, that one is roped into left field. That will drive in a run, and Sonny Botello, a little stinger off the front foot, no problem. He's aboard. It's an RBI single, and Griswold adds on here in the bottom of the second.
And they started out slow, but they're coming back hot now. And Putnam needs to catch up with that when they're hitting as well.
Back to the top of the order, Kincaid up to the plate. He was in here pregame, might add. He was working on this walk-up song. He wanted to make sure he had this one dialed in.
He's a great kid. He's like we've talked about, 3-sport athlete. Great at all three, and he's one of the funny. You talk to him. He's a great guy to talk to. Very funny. So I'm not. And he came over to me and he goes,
He's a well-mannered kid.
Yeah, he is. And he came up to me and he goes, "Wait until you see this walk-up song." So he knew about it.
Yeah, he was orchestrating this whole thing for himself. He wanted to make sure the beat dropped right on it for the song. He's really happy about it. He's looking to help his team out, top of the order, all kinds of speed. He had a stolen base, wound up with a stolen base on a pickoff attempt that got away. There's a called strike on the inside corner.
I wound up with 2 stolen bases, technically. Went to second, went right to third. So
he's a thief out there on the base pass.
On one play.
That pitch misses low and away. The runner at first is Sonny Botello. He had an RBI single into left field.
I'm surprised we haven't seen Sonny go yet. We might in a second, though.
He's also trying to shake that foul ball off his front ankle. He's building a secondary lead. He'll take second on the second walk of the afternoon for Cade Rubino. Runners at first and second, and only one out in the inning for Putnam.
There we go, Sean Garvin. This is now, Colin Mitchell's in the dugout. He just hit a triple, an RBI triple. He just scored, and now he's watching his team. There's a runner on first and second with one out, and the top of the lineup up. So I think he's feeling pretty good right now. With who's on base. You got 2 of the faster guys on the base pass right now.
And that's all about restarting a order, too. Sonny Botello just turns it right over to Cade Rubino, who hasn't had to take the bat off his shoulder here this afternoon. He's drawn a pair of walks, and the big bats have done some big things in this ball game. Talked about the RBI triple for Mitchell, and RBI triple for Sean Garvin as well. Big, healthy cut there, but comes up empty.
And Dion, he's, I think, at this point he was worrying about the runners. He was worried about that. He was aiming his pitches. I think right now he's settled in. He hasn't looked once. He's looked at second, but that's it. He's not looking at first. And it could be just me, but I never liked pitching in sunglasses. I never liked it.
I could never do it either.
I couldn't do it.
I felt like they were going to fall right off my face.
It was that, and for some reason to me, there was like a glare from the catcher that like made it a little weird wearing the sunglasses.
There's a lazy fly ball into center field, and there to put it away is Jacob Olson. There's the second out of the inning for Griswold. It'll bring up the catcher, Drew Harden.
Big at bat here. See if he can move these guys over. Just draw a walk or try to get the hit here. Bring up 2-3 if he can with the bases loaded and see what he can do.
We talked about just trying to forget about the base runners for Dion. He does just that with that big out, number 2. And looking to leave the ballpark there with that swing was Drew Harden. He's got a lot of power. I would even go as far as saying 5-tool athlete, but he plays multiple sports here.
Yeah. Well, he's strictly baseball. He is always grown up baseball. Same with most of this team. Duthrey's been always baseball. A lot of these guys. Hamill played football. He also was baseball. His older brother, AJ, played baseball here as well. But a lot of these guys are baseball kids.
There's a pitch swung on and hit into left field. That is going to hold the runners everywhere. So Griswold has them loaded here. Still in the bottom of the second and looking to continue to threaten is Jake Guthrie.
And look how many outs there are. 2. This is Jake's favorite spot. And him and I have talked about it all year. Growing up, it was the same thing. He loves it. He gets a hold of one, it's going somewhere. He also knows where to place it, though. Great patience. Ball 1.
So Griswold with the 4-1 advantage here, looking to continue to add on to what's been a big inning here for Griswold. 3 runs in the inning. 2 runs in the inning. 2 in the first, 2 in the second for Griswold, and the pitch to Guthrie swung on and missed.
Jammed him right on the inside.
Good pitch there from Dion, who's trying to minimize any further damage in the inning. Here comes the pitch. There's a check swing.
Oh, Jake. Jake wanted that one. He saw that one coming in like a beach ball, and he wanted it. He was going to try to poke that one right down the right field line.
Yeah, then it became a dying quail on the outside corner. He was trying to hold up in time. The offering backs him up and in.
All right, now he's just patient. Just be patient. Look for it. You're 3-2. You got the bases loaded. A walk drives one in.
Nowhere to put him for Putnam. Here comes the offering. Upstairs, it's ball 4.
Oh, Dion wanted that one. I kind of agree with him. I like that pitch, too. I like the placement of it. Run. Thank you.
So it's 5-1. Griswold on the RBI walk. 3rd run of the inning is coming to score. It'll bring up Sam Gilgenbach. Got a big meeting here at the mound. We'll see if there's going to be a pitching change or just a mound visit. And that was a borderline pitch, too. And, again, if you're a pitcher, it's just a matter of trying to stay composed out there on the mound. You don't want to let this thing continue.
Yeah, sorry, I just wiped the sweat off my ears. I'm getting a little sweaty
It's
up
a hot
here.
day here.
Getting a little sweaty up here. It's a long mound visit.
Yeah, it's
That was a long mound visit.
I know in Major League Baseball they got the timers going. Minor League Baseball, where it was the last couple summers, you only get 30 seconds up there to talk strategy, or if you're trying to just settle down a pitcher, it's limited time. So,
yeah, it's
I mean, there's no commercial breaks here, so if you're going to take more time, it's for things like this. Season is on the line for both sides. They're playing to get to Dodd Stadium tomorrow. What a beautiful venue, might I add, for some high school baseball championships.
And we've had a lot of great venues for sports. I think state football, it's not anymore, but it used to be at UConn's football field. Basketball is at Mohegan Sun, where you want to be. You know, that's the road to the sun, which is where the WNBA team is. And then here it's Dodd Stadium. The only other one we have in Connecticut is Hartford, but that's kind of a drive for everybody. So I think they're trying to keep it to Dodd Stadium. States, I'm not sure. I don't know where States is.
There's the Tapper hit foul right by Kiki Boyce. He led off this inning. They're looking to bat around here. Well, if you're at UConn, if I'm going there, I want to see Jonathan the Husky.
Yeah, which one? Which one?
I'd like to see both 14 and 15.
Okay,
Let's
all right.
make it a party.
Yeah,
Have a
yeah.
Husky back
There you
home.
go.
So again, there's a big strikeout to end the inning. 3 runs come in to score for Griswold, and they have a 5-1 lead. And you talk about building a cushion, growing a lead here. Griswold has done that, and some more confidence too on the mound for Colin Mitchell, who's looking to really settle into this ball game and help take firm control of this for the host Griswold Wolverines, looking to keep their season rolling.
There we go. All right. Yeah, it's 5-1. This is where he wants to play. This is where now he's feeling comfortable. He was down 1-0. All right. His camera at full zoom. I can't. Oh, I am? Hey, is your camera at full zoom? I can't see anything. Yeah, we can't see anything. Okay, all right. Yeah. All right. Ready?
Top of the third here in Griswold. 5-1, the lead for the host Wolverines.
This is a long break too.
This is a long break. They are soaking up the hot
What are we?
Eastern Connecticut sun, which is at its full peak here as we approach the scorched summer months. They are expecting some record heat temperatures here, and I'm not a big fan of that because I burn very easily.
Hey,
So-
you're used to it though.
Oh, I'm used
From
to
Cali,
it.
yeah.
I am used to it, but when you're spending long days in the sun, I'm going to have to learn how to protect my fair skin here, or I will be lobsterized here in no time. And might I add, the lobsters out here, second to none.
Yeah.
First dinner out here was in Mystic, right
Yep.
by the water. Had the lobsters, lobster rolls, you name it, they had it. I mean, I just don't want my body to be that type of lobsterette, but
Oh yeah.
But I love the food out here. That's one thing. They do a great job. They take pride in it.
And locally too. So it's a fly ball to right.
Yeah, there's a fly ball into right field. It's into the
Ooh.
gap. It's out to the wall. Extra bases
might
on the
be
way,
down.
and they're looking for a triple, a potential inside the park home run, but it will be a stand-up leadoff triple here in the inning for Lucas Carita.
What a hit. That's a way to start for Putnam. That's what they needed to start with. And
So-
that's going to help Dion settle down a little bit if he's coming back in. I don't see anybody warming up right now.
So Lucas Carita with a big swing, maybe that big break in between innings really played to the advantage there for Putnam to try and slow down this momentum. I don't think it was planned by any means, but it's a leadoff triple. Colin Mitchell looking to work around it here. And the offering is a perfectly placed strike on the outside corner to the cleanup hitter, Travis Fredette.
And right now in the bullpen for Putnam is
That's over the head of the shortstop, Garvin, into left field. It's a run-scoring base hit for Travis Fredette, and back-to-back hits in the inning for Putnam. It's 5-2.
we got Cidion Campos warming up in the bullpen for Putnam right now, which is he's a lefty, so that's going to be interesting coming up. It's Colin Mitchell. We got the 1-0, the 1-1 or 0-1, blocked by the fence.
Well, that will not be a problem tomorrow. They have a nice scoreboard at Dodd Stadium. It's hard to, unfortunately for me, my eyes aren't the best to read through this chain link fence.
Yeah.
But I will say it's doing one thing, and it's going to protect my face here from foul balls. I didn't bring a glove here today.
That's not 100% true.
Not 100.
Yeah, that's...
It takes away...
I mean, we're like right at the top of the fence, so...
Ooh, that was right in on the hands of the batter, Devin Lamont. The catcher, Lamont, drew a walk, his first plate appearance. Back-to-back hits in the inning have closed the deficit a little bit for Putnam. It's 5-2 here. Top of the third inning at Griswold High School. Here comes the offering. Oh, looking to fake the snap throw down was the catcher, Hardin. Fredette stands at first. He had a single into left field. And at the plate here is Devin Lamont. Here comes the offering from Mitchell. There is strike three. Caught him looking. And there's a big first out in the inning for Mitchell.
What a pitch. What a pitch.
Sets up an inning potential double play for Colin Mitchell with the runner at first base. It is Evan Malik at the plate for Putnam. There's a first pitch strike.
Oh, low. He just missed it. Missed it.
Looked good from up here.
Yeah, it was
right at the bottom of the strike
zone. I thought it was a good pitch.
Fortunately, our opinions don't really have an impact. There's ball two from Mitchell. And especially as a pitcher, it's about maintaining your composure on the mound. When you feel like you throw a pitch that you thought was going to be a strike, a borderline spot, you don't get it, you have to make sure you refocus here and get right back into the count. The 2-0 is a called strike. The off-speed pitch breaks right into the inside corner. It is 2-1 to Evan Malik. He drew a walk in his first plate appearance. Only one out in the inning. Mitchell looking to keep the game where it is. Back-to-back hits to start the inning has allowed Putnam to draw a little bit closer. It's 5-2 for the host Griswold Wolverines. Mitchell has the sign from Hardin. Here you sit, and here comes the pitch. A tapper back foul. And there's two strikes in the count to the third baseman, Evan Malik.
Sorry, I'm just updating our unicorns thing. I didn't realize two of the games were at 11, and I cannot be there because I have work.
Yeah, a couple education days.
Yeah.
In Norwich.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
That's going to be a fun time. Make sure you come out and catch some Unicorn games. Nice to be partnered with
Saturday, right?
S&S and home opener. That's right. On Saturday against the Road Warriors, 6:30 local time start. We'll have coverage for you all season long for the Norwich Sea Unicorns. And rung up on strike three is Evan Malik. He can't believe it. And there's back-to-back punch-outs for Colin Mitchell. Back-to-back looking punch-outs for Mitchell. He's starting to find a rhythm here.
On the same pitch, too. On the exact same pitch, exact same spot. But you can't do that here because we got a lefty up. Talking about the Unicorns, I know we talk about it a lot, but these are college guys. It's a fun time. It's great to see all over from, all over Connecticut, all over New England, some other states too, usually. It's a great time to see a bunch of college guys play against each other, especially with wood bats because they don't use wood bats in college anymore.
That's right. Yeah, and it's all about developmental, and some of those guys, again, trying to take a step to play at the next level and get some eyes on them. Norwich Sea Unicorns continuing to update their roster, which stands at 32 players, and they have a player that is expected to be drafted in the MLB draft in June in the third round. So, again, there's some special players, a team looking to defend its title here as they will begin their season in New Britain on Friday night and right at home on Saturday, 6:30 local time start at the beautiful venue of Dodd Stadium. What a special spot, a place that has all kinds of history. Yep. Players like Alfonso Soriano have played there. They've been around for a long time, and so is that ballpark, which is celebrating 30 years of baseball. A big cut and a miss there from Setian Campos.
But this is, I feel like, and we've done it before. We've done semi-pro stuff before, but I've always, high school and rec stuff, youth stuff, is some of my favorite games to do. Oh, no, steal right there. But these guys are, you know, high school is fun to watch. I know Colin Mitchell's actually going to, it's funny because he's going to Mitchell College as a pitcher. Kincaid, I believe.
Oh, there is strike 3. On in the inside corner, Colin Mitchell dots his 3rd strikeout of the inning. So in some roundabout way, Colin Mitchell strikes out the side. He strikes out the side, tying up all Putnam hitters on inside pitches. Looking, mind you, what an impressive inning there from Colin Mitchell. Rebounding after surrendering a run in the inning. After allowing 2 hits to start out that inning. It's 5-2 Griswold here, headed to the bottom of the 3rd. They might need to rename the inside corner Mitchell Lane. He is living on that expressway right now.
Yeah, this team is very impressive.
They're true athletes.
Yeah.
There's no other way to put it. And New England builds that. I mean, in Southern California, it's a lot different. Again, there's some really, really talented players. But again, you're not playing 2 or 3 sports because, to be quite frank with you, the weather doesn't allow it because it's so beautiful all the time of the year. You're playing winter ball, you're playing fall ball, and spring and summer is the core months of the year. And you have to wonder what impact it has down the line if you want to try and stay healthy. At some point, you need to take a break and have an off season. And for these players, they're playing basketball, they're playing hockey, there's another sport they're playing, and they're playing it at a pretty high level.
And it's not only that, but these guys are, a lot of these guys, like Kincaid, he had, in football, he was the guy. Running back, punt returns, kick returns, defense, comes out, basketball, starting, then comes out, right back to back to back, and now he's in baseball. And his body, so far, and hopefully it continues down the line for him, has stayed healthy.
Kiki Boyce right back up the middle on a hop over to short, and fielding it nicely there is Carita to retire Kiki Boyce for the first out of the inning.
Great start for Putnam. And that's what Dion wanted. That's what he wanted to start with. It just flew by us. Something just flew by us.
There's a lot of bugs just swarming.
But a lot of these guys, they've stayed healthy all season. Sonny was the only one. He was out for a little bit, but he wasn't out too long.
Well, that's hit the opposite way. It will hang up out there in right field, and putting it away is Ben Gustafson. Another pitch the Griswold batters have trying to take the other way. Unfortunately, it doesn't work out that time, but they've done a nice job to stay compact and take the pitch where it's going.
And Ben, you look at right field. He's moved over a significant amount towards center field to help.
So it is the left fielder, Calvin Odo. Again, that is through the right side of the infield. It is slicing single into right field for Odo, who again goes the opposite way, goes with that pitch and just muscles it into right field. It's a 1-out base runner for Griswold. And again, bottom of the order, but there's some bats. A little lightning in a bottle here, Stas, for this Griswold team.
Yeah, that's good.
So in at the plate is Sonny Botello. He singled into left his last plate appearance. The 1-out base runner is Calvin Odo. That one just narrowly misses for Dion.
And this is, I just want to say it now, welcome Adam, welcome Tim to the team. It's great to keep adding people on. Like Mike and I told you guys, I've been here almost 8 years now. And we've seen a lot of faces come in and out, and it's great to add you guys to the team with the new experience coming up as well. And I know Tim, I played basketball with Tim for years, but just meeting you, listening to, your story, it's great, and I'm excited for this upcoming season.
There's a pitch that got away, and again, thank you for that welcoming. I'm excited to be here. It's a fun opportunity we get to have. Couldn't be happier to partner with you guys at SNSN, which again, it's all about producing exciting content. We want to entertain you guys back home listening and watching. It's a lot of fun. And was that ball 4 that got away?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
I'm just shaking my head at Cade's music right now because Corey, only Cade would pick that for his walk up right now.
Well, it's been fruitful for him. He's reached base safely. Both of his at-bats, a pair of walks for Cade Rubino. And looking to try and steal, there's going to be a pickle.
No, hold on, wait, watch this. This works.
Is it a balk?
Yeah, no. So they've done this all year, and it's worked almost every time. And Coach Tim does it with 2 outs usually in the same spot when they're up a little bit. And it works, and they've done great with it. Yeah, there's been some mess-ups with it, with communication, but when you have the right 2 guys on, they're
straight double steal.
Oh, they're perfect. It's just a perfect. So the guy will stay at third while he's going to second, and this is what it leads to right here. Great play. And that's what we've talked about with Coach Tim. He knows what he's doing. He's had a great play. Oh, I added it to the wrong team. Thank you, Adam. I forgot what inning we were in.
So Griswold tacks on another on the wild pitch, and that is why you put your runners in motion. You create havoc on the base pass, and as a result of that, Griswold doesn't have to take the bat off their shoulder in this situation. Again, that straight double steal leads to the 6th run of the inning, and there's the example. Going the opposite way. That is going to roll out to the wall, and coming in to score safely is Sonny Botello. And looking to slide in safely into third is Cade Rubino. New walk-up song. He's on board. He's 1 for 1 in the ball game. 3 times today he's on base safely. Cade Rubino with an RBI triple at 7-2 Griswold.
The 3rd triple of the day for Griswold. Same spot too, right field. They're hitting it up. Where'd the pitcher go? Oh, he's over there. He's just adjusting himself at third. I was like, where'd the pitcher go? I lost him for a second. And that's that double steal. We'll go back to that too. You see how the guy coming from second wasn't going to second, wasn't stopping. He just kept going closer and closer to second base. He wasn't going back to first.
First pitch swinging and aggressive. Sean Garvin, how do you do? It is 8-2 Griswold. They are hitting the baseball right now. Again, it all started with, creating all kinds of danger along the base pass. It is forcing Dion to worry about other things than the batter at the plate. They add on again for their 3rd run of the inning. 2 in the first, 3 in the second, 3 in the third here for Griswold, as they are really starting to pull away now.
Yeah, and they're hitting the. Oh wait, what do we got here? Oh, there we go. Okay, I think the ump was just waiting for the music, because last time Drew was up, his music was still going when the first pitch came at him.
So 4 straight batters have reached base safely in the inning here for Griswold. Nobody out. Runner at first is Sean Garvin. He had an RBI base hit into left field, and they'll check on him over at first.
I think we can see Sean going here. I think because if there's an errant throw, it's going. He's going extra bases. He's going to third.
Foul ball. No cars in the area. The windshields will be all right.
Yeah, we're all right for right now. We're all right for right now. Has Mike told you the story about the famous SN mobile? How many windshields? 3?
2.
2 windshields we've lost.
Taken
on that
out?
thing. Yeah, yeah.
Well, I made sure I parked as far away as I could, and then I was working on my 40-yard dash to get into the press box here.
Did you park near the softball field?
I was right by the softball field back row, and there is going to be a stolen base for the speedy Sean Garvin. He's into scoring position for Drew Harden.
They're in the quarterfinals today too, right? Or is it?
Well, the winner of this game gets either Bacon or Stoney's in.
No, for softball.
Yeah, I didn't see this.
Yeah. So we have Griswold softball going on here as well today. A bunch of action going on. Track just happened a couple days ago. They held an invitational here for the first time in year.
One, Woodstock Academy beat Ledyard 10-0.
10-0.
Yeah, so Woodstock Academy will play tomorrow as well. 10-0 win for them against Ledyard. We saw that as we were at Dodd Stadium earlier today, and they were able to force the run rule in that ball game. Griswold has another base runner that reaches base safely. The first 5 batters in the inning all on base safely. Drew Harden draws a walk. It will bring up the cleanup hitter, Jake Guthrie.
With his good old 2 outs. All right, we're going to get a pitching change here. Are we? Yep. Yeah, we are. Oh, was it this?
Killenly's up on St. Bernard's 1-0.
Killenly's up 1-0 on St. Bernard's. Is that at Dodd or is that?
Dodd right now.
Yeah.
Waterford East Lyme later on tonight at 6:30.
There's a lot of baseball happening today. Getting ready for that game. Those games at Dodd Stadium.
Division 1.
Division 1, yeah. And then what? The finals are Thursday, right? Or no, Friday. Friday night. We're getting a couple switches here. So it looks like 2 guys from the. Oh nope, never mind. He turned around. He went back. We have, I don't know who's on the, I can't, number 1, yeah. So it is number 1, City on campus.
Quarterfinals softball.
So Setian Campos is the new pitcher for Putnam. He moves from left field over to the mound. And again, as a pitcher, that's difficult. You have to go from out in the outfield to onto the mound and become a pitcher. You really have to change your mindset. I personally never adjusted well to doing that from coming in cold. I was a big believer in my pre-pitch routine, getting into the bullpen, really heating up and getting hot in the bullpen. And then nowadays you go on TikTok, you see some funny TikToks where pitchers are trying to get hot for like 4 innings straight. It's not the case here. It's in fact the complete opposite where you're like, hey, let's get in the ball game. It looks like he's throwing some BBs right now into the outside corner. Another righty into the ball game is Setian Campos, as we said. Do you have the other defensive switches?
No, I didn't see. I think, to be honest with you, I think Dion went to second. If that's correct, and that's him. We're gonna have warm-ups right now for a little bit. This is gonna be a lefty pitcher. You don't see many of those anymore in high school, at least. But we're gonna see what it looks like. We see how Griswold go. I mean, they are 4 runs away from making it a 10-run game with runners on first and second, and Jake Guthrie up on in the box.
Well, if there's one thing that being a lefty can help you do is control the running game of an opponent. That is so important. Griswold has been running around like madmen along the base pass, and it has, as a result, led to more of those add-on runs coming in to score for them in this ball game. And again, it's taking advantage, doing the little things right. You want to continue to build good habits. And again, all those runs are crucial base runners, especially as you play further and further into this tournament. The stakes continue to raise.
Yeah, and it's very. Now that I'm thinking about it, softball. Griswold did lose. Mike was telling me there is a different game at the field. I think 2 other teams are playing.
Okay.
We usually every year they host it at their own field in Griswold, so they host a couple of the tournament games here. But this is right now. This is a show for Griswold, but they can't let up on the gas, especially not in the playoffs.
First offering from Campos misses up and away to the righty batter, Sam Gilgenbach.
Nope, Jake Duthry.
Oh, excuse me, Duthry it is. Duthry up for his third time here today. He drew an RBI with a walk his last plate appearance. Duthry looking to help extend this inning for Griswold. They have scored runs in every inning to this point. 2 in the first, 3 in the second, 3 more here in the third. Here comes the offering. That one misses up and away as well from the lefty Campos, which is another arm angle to have to deal with for Griswold. It was a righty starter. And now it's a lefty reliever, which is Setian Campos, who is the new pitcher. He was in left field earlier in this ball game. That crossed up the catcher, but he did a good job to block it. Our apologies as we try and get that camera working for you as well. The pitch from Campos, that one tails up and away. That comes all the way to the back of the backstop, and the runners will work station to station. So the walk will load the bases. So Duthry draws the walk, his second walk of this ball game for the center fielder Sam Gilgenbach.
Off camera.
Bases loaded here for Sam.
The lefty center fielder, lefty-lefty matchup. That's going to get away from the catcher. There's a plate to plate, and the throw is going to be a little up the line there. And coming in to score safely, it is 9-2.
The umpire didn't even make a call. He just stood there.
Nope.
Am I wrong? Was I the only one who saw that? He didn't make a call.
I don't think the catcher fielded it cleanly.
No, but he didn't make like a safe or out call.
No, he did not.
Yeah, well, I think the pitcher's getting checked on right now, but he didn't make that. Huh.
No, and that was Sean Garvin, who was at third, who had that RBI single earlier in the inning. He comes in to score safely. It is 9-2. And just after making the pitching change for Setian Campos, he's a bit shaken up right now as they attend, I think, to his pitching hand. It's going to be a little difficult for us to tell. I think that's his pitching hand. That was his free hand.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that was clipped by a cleat, the body of Sean Garvin, who was coming in to score safely. There's been a number of wild pitches in this ballgame as well, which has led to runs. So there's been some bouts of wildness. It looks like Campos is going to return to the mound. All right, he's going to stay in this ballgame. The lead is built to 7 for Griswold, and they're going to allow Setian Campos a chance to get some practice tosses in right now. They want to make sure he's all right to stay in this ball game. Griswold has really opened things up here.
Was it his hand or was it his leg? Can't tell, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I saw they were looking at his hand, but
we had a lot of dust go up on that one.
Yeah.
We're just playing.
Okay.
Trying to give you guys a second angle.
Oh, we might have another camera shot coming in a moment, folks. That's the magical Tim doing what he does best, as well as Mike Minarski, our technical director, working all the gadgets. Trying to give you a second shot, another view here.
Ooh, I didn't like that pitch.
You're in, man.
I didn't like it.
Well, you got the pitcher.
Gilgenbach waiting the offering, swung on. He's going to go the opposite way. That is down into left field. That will drive in another run. Griswold plates their 5th run of the inning. And the lead is now 10-2. They continue to close in on that 10-run margin in this ball game, which would prompt the run rule. The lead stands at 8 now for Griswold on that RBI knock from Sam Gilgenbach. They have been swinging the bats here in this inning. That is 7 straight batters who have reached base safely for the big Kiki Boyce, the freshman designated hitter. He is 0 for 1 here this afternoon, grounded out to short. His last plate appearance drew a walk. In his first at bat, runners are at the corners for Griswold. They continue to threaten here in the bottom of the 3rd. Campos ready, and the offering taken low and away. And that's one thing Griswold has really done a great job at. They have a strong understanding of the strike zone. They're not chasing many pitches here.
No, and they won't. They're very patient. This is one of the most patient teams at the plate. And they have fun playing together. That's the biggest thing. When you're on a team, you want to have fun playing with the guys on your team. You don't want to have a hostile team. We've seen that in the MLB. We know the teams. We've seen them. But this is a fun. These guys love playing together, especially with freshmen. They're having a great time with Kiki. Had a great time with Sonny. Sonny. I've talked to a couple of the guys. They say Sonny's like the little brother, on the team. And he's got a great bat too, and so does Kiki, and he's on the mound as well.
And the runner is going. That is Gilgenbach.
Oh, good play. All right, that was a good play by the catcher because Duthry didn't see that one coming. Great. I'm gonna say great play by Devin Lamoth. Great throw because Jake had his back turned and he didn't see that one coming.
So Kiki Boyce, the big designated hitter, that's going to sail all the way to the backstop. And another run is going to come in to score on the wild pitch. Griswold adds in their 6th run of the inning. It's 11-2 for the Wolverines.
And the bats. And remember, the last time these two teams played was 5-3. We're at 11-2. All right. This is the play. This is playoff baseball. This is what the teams were. And this is the second warmest day in baseball we've had all year because we've had the weirdest season, weirdest year with the weather. This is the second. And we've been really lucky with rainouts, too. We haven't had a lot of rainout games. I don't think we've had any. Maybe one.
Oh.
See, I told you we're not safe. I told you it just cleared the fence.
Easily.
Easily cleared that fence. I know you guys didn't see that ball, but if that came any more to the left, it was coming at me or Adam. 100%.
I would have had lost my front deck of teeth.
But we could add it to our baseball collection, so we're starting that. We've agreed to that in the Sea Unicorns. We're starting a baseball collection.
That's good.
Everything that comes into the booth, we're gonna keep it.
In the booth.
Yeah,
it's there to stay.
And or near the camera, whoever's operating the camera.
And we will show you those baseballs.
We have what? We have 2 now. We have 2.
We do.
We got one last game, and we had one that was already up there that we're counting because it was in the booth already.
Yeah, we're going to try and do a lot of fun things with content. Maybe try and get some interviews with pitchers so they can show us their pitch grips and what they like to do. Again, it's a lot of talented college athletes coming to Dodd Stadium here this summer. There's a fly ball. That's going to fall in. Griswold will tack in another on the RBI single into right field. How about it for the pitcher, Colin Mitchell?
I think they got to play, is it what, 4th inning? 4th inning, right? You guys know?
Bottom of the 3rd.
No, but for when the 10-run rule.
5th.
5th inning? I haven't been to a high school baseball game in a while where it's been like this. Look at Colin Mitchell helping himself out, though.
He's done that a couple of times in this ball game. Colin Mitchell, RBI triple to start this ball game to tie it. And then later, that RBI single into right field. He is 2 for 3. Here is Calvin Odo. He's 1 for 2. Every Griswold hitter has at least a hit in this ball game. Everyone's drawing walks. Everyone's running the bases. It's been a recipe for success in the postseason for Griswold. They
Look at
understand what is at stake. More energy, too.
Yeah.
You get to host this game, and then you get to go to the big ballpark.
And look at this
tomorrow.
dugout. Look how much fun they're having in that dugout right now. Look at those guys. They're all standing, throwing stuff at each other. They're having a great time in that dugout. And that's what and of course you know who they're throwing at is Sonny because he's one of the youngest on the team, so they got to go after him.
It's all in good fun. That's what you can do when you build a lead like
Yeah.
this. You can just relax a little bit, just have fun and play baseball. And one of the most beautiful days of the year that Eastern Connecticut has seen, as you said, I was calling games for the Lake Forest College softball team. We were dealing with all kinds of Mother Nature throughout the spring season. Some really brisk, cool days as well where they can't feel your fingertips up in the donkey. We don't have a press box like this. There's another walk. And once again, Griswold has them all loaded up. I think this is going to be it here for Campos.
I think he's still hurt. I think he doesn't look like he's.
No, he doesn't look right.
No. Yeah, he's shaking his head right now. I think he's going to get taken out here. Feel bad for him coming in. And he came in, and it's not on him. He came in into a tough spot. You don't like to be in. It's not fun to be that pitcher who has to come in and try to make up that lead. But it's. He pitched good, and then the first play he gets is a 0. So we got number 0. Thank you to the umpire.
That's Ben Gustafson.
Yes. That's the first umpire who's ever yelled up to us to tell us who it was.
Well, we thank the field umpire, or was it the home plate umpire?
That was the home plate.
Down. And I wish we had the names of the umpire. I will promise you this, when it's Sea Unicorn season, we will have the names.
That's a lot easier to get them, yeah.
Yeah.
These guys, they change every game. Most of the time for the Sea Unicorns, it's usually, most of the time, the same guy.
Right.
But if you don't even just, I know it'll be nice for you guys to watch it through us, but, go out and watch.
Come to the ballpark.
Come to the ballpark.
We want to see you there.
If you see us, come say hi. We'll be in the booth. We're the rightish of home plate.
Yeah, right to the right.
Yeah.
It loops all the way around the press box.
Yeah.
Loops around, but we're on the far right side of the press box.
Yep.
If you are standing behind home plate, if you're a fan watching it, to the right side, and then if you're facing the field, we're on the left side. As I learned my left from my right here, but it's a beautiful press box.
And you'll see most of the people going. You'll know me. You'll know Mike. We also have Ryan Pololo joining us, who grew up in Griswold. Is at, I believe, URI right now, where he started the broadcast there. And then come meet Adam. Come meet Tim. Just come say hi to us. It won't be, I promise, we'll try to have a conversation. It's going to be tough for us towards the beginning of the season. Once we get down the line, it'll be a lot better. But the cameraman will be down there. That'll be Tim most of the games. Great guy. Most people know Tim from this town.
And my good friend Tim is going to be helping out with the day on Friday night. He got a big gig coming up on Friday, so Tim will be helping out with the day.
As he just
Friday
came up.
night, yep.
He just came up to say hi to us.
He did.
I'm going to get him on the mic in a little bit.
Yeah,
let Tim say hi to everybody.
We have a third headset as well. We could easily plug in.
But come to the ballpark. Friday nights, every Friday night, fireworks night.
It's normally Saturday night fireworks.
Oh, they're doing Saturday now. It used to be Fridays.
For 7 Saturdays.
Okay.
We'll have firework nights.
First game firework night?
I got to double check that. I don't want to give out wrong information.
If
we will have a firework night for that home opener.
If it isn't Saturday, don't blame us. If it isn't Saturday, you can send Adam an email.
Yeah, please do.
It's on him.
It really is.
And he'll have his own fireworks set up for you. He'll put on his own fireworks show for you.
That's right.
To make it up. So, yeah, now he's double check as he double checks. After I just told everybody to put on a fireworks show, now you have to double check.
I do. I certainly do.
That's all right, I'll cover. I'll cover.
We
for
have
you right
our
now.
Saturday entertainment series. Join the Sea Unicorns down at the Hole in the Wall Bar on the first base concourse, starting at 4:30 for live music featuring branded Country That Rocks. presented by Yale New Haven Health and L&M Hospital with post-game fireworks. We encourage all of our fans to stick around following the game for a spectacular fireworks show put on by American Fireworks and presented by Liberty Bank. Those Saturday entertainment nights include, as I find them here, I wish it broke it up a little bit easier for me.
Oh! What a great pitch to Sonny Botello to strike him out. As we go 12-2 lead for Griswold. We're going to take a little bit break here, just get some water for us.
All right, here we go. The firework lineup. May 25th, that's right, the home opener. May 31st, June 28th, July 3rd, July 12th, and the regular season finale, August 2nd, are the firework show dates. So, come out to Dodd Stadium. Come out to Dodd Stadium, in fact, tomorrow. Watch this Griswold team play. There'll be a lot of fun to watch.
Don't jinx it now.
Again, come out and watch any of those teams play. I think 4 games tomorrow at Dodd Stadium again. Yep. They had 4 today, 4 on Friday. If my math is correct, 12 games in 3 days. And then keep the field ready. 2.
Sadly. Hi, Tim.
So 10 games in 3 days. I want to give a personal shout out
Tim,
to the
say hi to everybody. Let everybody know who you are.
We've talked about it all game. Get on the headset. Hello, Tim.
Ladies and gentlemen, how's it going? My name is Tim. I am from Norwich, Connecticut. Norwich Free Academy graduate here, year 2010. I love sports. I love the action. Everything I do is about sports.
That's right.
I'm doing videography now with this beautiful team. We've got SNS in here. I've got Adam Plager, ran by Mike Minarski, and I've got Sean Sass. We're a good team. We're coming in hot, and we're going to be here all summer long.
Thanks for coming on the headset. Yeah, you've done a great job today. So, again,
Timmy!
That was Tim on the mic. Little special guest appearance for him. We need him on here.
So, come out to the park, say hi to us. If you can't make it, we got the games for you to watch. But while we're here,
or you could do the classic, come to the ball game and then put us on your headset and you can listen to us.
Works
for us.
But I want to shout out Chris Duvall, who's on the Griswold team right now. Doesn't play much, but he's a great kid, great senior. Got Player of the Week this week, which Tim Lake actually put in a great speech about him. Saying he's at every practice, every game, even though he doesn't play, he's there, and he doesn't complain about his playing time because he's out there and he's having fun, and that's the biggest thing. So just congrats to him for that. While we're here.
It's all about being a good teammate. Yeah. It's contagious energy, and it spreads positivity. And again, that's what it takes.
Fitch over NFA 4-0.
So Fitch just won over NFA 4-0.
So they get Woodstock Academy tomorrow.
There's a little tapper over to short, fielded there by Garvin. A nice throw there on the run for Garvin to retire the first out of the inning.
And that feels good.
5-0 on St. B's.
You remember that, too, in the first inning where there was a slow roller that just kind of died on him?
Yeah, died right in the grass.
Yeah, couldn't get that throwaway, and then there's a Derek Jeter-esque type of play over there at shortstop.
And Mitchell hasn't allowed a lot into the outfield and a lot in the air. Most of them have been line drives or ground balls. Yeah, I saw your face on that one, too. I thought the exact same thing, as that was just a bit outside. For us, it was right down, but...
Looks like a good spot. There's a shot over the head of Garvin. He was trying to climb the ladder and reaching base safely there with this opposite field. Another opposite field hit in this ball game.
Swinging early, that's what it is. These guys are swinging early.
That time it was Cedian Campos. Oh, excuse me. That was Jacob Olson. So back to the top of the order, it's Nick Devon. And again, Drew Harden shows his blocking abilities once again to keep that one in front of him. Very gifted athlete as Drew Harden. Saw him pitch against Ledyard earlier this week to close out the regular season portion of the schedule for Griswold. He was throwing gas, too, in that ball game.
He was. And Drew is a great pitcher, great guy. He was real close to throwing a no-hitter his first appearance here. Just let up a little bit, and they got a couple hits on him. But he was great. And then he went right behind the mound. He pitched the whole game. He pitched all 7 innings. And the next game, he's behind the plate again. So
Animal in the weight room.
Yeah.
He has to be.
yeah, oh yeah.
You can't do that unless you take pride in what you're doing away from the field. This is not by mistake.
No.
This is, again, a lot of hours put into the weight room, into the gym, taking care of your body to stay healthy.
Yeah.
And that was something that you talked about. They take a lot of pride in what they're able to do, and it's all that work that goes on behind closed doors. And we get to see the final product out here on the field.
And it's a lot tougher with baseball, too, because you don't have as many practices. You're playing a lot.
It's a reduced schedule.
Yeah, it is. Football, you play every Friday night. That's the tradition in Connecticut, is you play every Friday night. You might have one Thursday game, but that's usually just Thanksgiving. Basketball is they try not to do a lot the same week. They have, but baseball, they're just, seems like there's a game every day for them.
So it's Devin who draws the walk. Runners are at first and second for Robbie Dion.
That's not Robbie.
Excuse me, no, there's a switch.
It's Brody Devlin. I think he's playing first right now, and he was being hit for.
So Brody Devlin up with a chance here to try and help his team inch a little bit closer into this ball game.
I lied. He has a twin brother, Nick Devlin. He's playing. I'm going to say it.
Nick Devlin's on base right now.
Yeah.
Bill?
Huh?
Imagine their meat bill. Holy moly. 2 big kids.
And the pitch to Devlin. Oh, a big cut there, but he comes up empty. He's set down on a strikeout. So Colin Mitchell gets a big strikeout. The runners will stand at first and second here with 2 outs in the inning for Lucas Carita. Pitch to Carita is a called strike. That pitch has been called a strike all game long. That inside corner on the righty batter has been favorable to the pitchers.
Look where Sam's playing right now. Look at that gap in left field. That is a huge gap.
That is going to sneak its way through into left field. The green light is going to score the 3rd run of the ball game for Putnam. And now Hardin.
There we go.
Here we go. Here's the athletic Hardin. Now we're into a rundown. There is Garvin.
Yeah, Kincaid's too fast for him.
Rubino applies the final tag. How about Hardin?
Yeah.
Cat-like to get all the way out there. He took command of the infield and makes that final out of the inning. So the run will count. It is 12-3.
Yep.
And that is big because that prevents the run rule from playing a factor quite yet. We're only into the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah.
It's 12-3 here in Griswold. That was the big run that comes in to score, but again, that mental side of the game and really understanding the situation. Drew Hardin able to create that final out of the inning.
And the coach just hugged Hardin and said, great job on that, because Hardin's play, he's the catcher. Growing up, he's always been he's that guy who plays travel ball. And his dad's here, actually. He was just waving in.
Oh, he's here?
Yeah, he's over there in the corner. Mr. John Hardin, who we've all heard of. He's on the broadcast with us most of the time for basketball, football. He's here. That's his son. So that's these guys. He's a baseball player.
And as a pitcher too, you go right over to him and you say, "Thank you, sir."
Yes.
Because that helps the pitch count of the pitcher. And again, you take a deep breath. You allow those couple of base runners, a couple of those hits. Yes, the 3rd run does come in to score, but how about that jolt of adrenaline, that boost of confidence, and say, hey, We got you. We're going to pick you up. He's had some big strikeouts in this ball game as well for Colin Mitchell. But again, you see that first out of the inning made by Sean Garvin over there at short on the run to make that first out of the inning. And then you have your catcher help you out to retire the final out of the inning. Griswold's going to get a chance to bat here in the bottom of the fourth with a 9-run lead over Putnam. There's been a number of lopsided scores throughout the day here on day one of the Eastern Connecticut Conference Championships. And again, if you are one of those top seeds, your goal is to set the tone for the rest of the conference tournament. Say, hey, your team means business. You're here to play. And again, it's an exciting time of the season. This is why you play those 20 regular season games. It boils down to this weekend, week really, these 3 days. If you want a chance to go and play in the state tournament, it starts right here on day one of the tournament action. Here is Kincaid. Rubino. Actually, I should thank him for his walk-up song because I know right away I don't even have to look down at the field. We know it's the leadoff hitter, Cade Rubino, batting.
I just want to say thank you to everybody joining us as well for this broadcast of playoff baseball. We're enjoying doing it. It's been a fun year for these guys, and I know these guys definitely enjoy it. And they are excited for the rest of the season. They got states coming up, so there's still a lot of baseball left for them.
Is that a new pitcher, or is it still Campos?
I think it's still Campos. I can't tell right now.
That pitch misses inside on Rubino. Rubino's had a nice day at the plate here today. He's reached base safely in all 3 of his plate appearances. Had an RBI triple his last at-bat. Drew a couple of walks to start out his afternoon. For the leadoff second baseman, Rubino chopped right in front of that pitcher's mound area.
Called it before he even got there.
Yeah, the high throw. And here comes Rubino. Pick him up, put him down, pick him up, put him down. He's on to second, standing. A little dribbler off to the right side of the pitcher's mound. And it was a challenging play there for Campos, who had to field it and then move immediately to his right. He was on the left side of the infield. It's an infield hit. He'll advance to second on the throwing error. And Rubino, once again, he really does it with his legs. He's almost that style of player where you see a slap hitter in softball as a lefty. Just that speed right out of the box, and that's going to be down in the left field. That is going to stop Rubino at third.
Tim's way over
Runners
here.
are at the corners as Sean Garvin comes through with his third hit of the ball game. He's 3 for 3.
Hey, Tim, I lost that again. It's just buffering. This one.
With the Hollyland?
Yeah, this one. It's right here. Sorry, our camera's frozen right now. We're just trying to work on that, but we are going to stay with you guys the entire time.
So Griswold has a 10-run, threatening once again, and there's going to be a stolen base for Sean Garvin. So the speedy shortstop stands on second. And the leadoff second baseman, Cade Rubino, is on third. A pair of runners in scoring position here for the big bat of Drew Harden, who's looking for his first hit of the ball game. He reached base safely with the walk in his last at-bat. Harden awaits the offering from Campos, taken for a called strike. That sweet spot of the strike zone that's been called all afternoon. It's just that lower inside corner to a righty batter. The pitch to Harden.
Oh, my gosh.
Swung on and hit a mile high into left field. This is deep enough. It will score the speedy Rubino. His run will make it 13 to 3.
And our camera's back up now. We are good to go. I think when they're plugged in at the same time, it throws it off. So it's only catching it. They're trying to both buffer at the same time. and it just stopped. Well, it's probably just here. It's probably honestly just where we are. So, but
It won't happen like that.
no, yeah, I don't think so.
Back with you here, audio-wise. Just had to get a clarification on our cameras. Just want to make sure that we have a good spot for you to watch all of the action here. It is the cleanup hitter, Jake Guthrie. And what a nice story for him to straight the season in the 8th hole in the batting order, come all the way to the cleanup spot. He's only struck out twice all season. Those are impressive numbers, and it takes a lot of discipline at the plate, but again, a lot of belief in yourself to, again, go to the cage every day, swing off the tee, doing those little things right. Oh, nice breaker right on the inside corner. Turned away Guthrie, but it's a called strike. Well, that pitch, that spot of the strike zone, had a heavy dose of strike calls.
Was that a balk?
And that's going to be a balk.
Yeah. I was wondering what he yelled from there. I heard him yell something.
And again, the one thing I would tell any pitcher, again, if a balk is called and you're in the middle of your delivery, make that pitch. Because it's not good for your arm action and things of that nature.
Just let it go.
Yeah, you have to.
But I think it's also in respect to the hitter, just in case you don't know where that ball's going. Which, like, I was that guy. I was the one who would mess up my throw motion during that kind of stuff. Just out of respect for the hitter, try not to hit him, you know? I don't want to cause injury to anybody by mistake.
Well, I think the other thing is that there's a runner on base. You can't throw wildly on purpose. And, again, while you're trying to purposely put it into a spot where you're not doing damage to the batter at the plate, we know the runner on base has a lot of speed here for Griswold. He's going to easily come in to score. That would make it an 11-run deficit. The offering to Guthrie, that was some loud contact on the bat, and that will put away the second out of the inning, and the fielder's choice ground out will add on another run for Griswold. It's 14-3.
Great play. That was a great play by Jake. I don't great ground ball, because that brings in another run, but it's also a great place to put it because right now Putnam on defense, there's been a lot of balls that have gone past the first baseman, so to test that, is was a great play for him to make,
Yeah, it was a really athletic play too by the shortstop Lucas Carita to make that play to retire a big second out in the inning. There's the pitch, swung on and popped up, third base side.
Oh, it just lost it.
Touchdown and put some of that grass in foul territory. There's lots of it to cover here at Griswold. As I said plenty of times, it reminds me of the nice Oakland Coliseum. And for the poor Oakland Athletics fans, they want to have a baseball team playing there for much longer. But they get to enjoy the reliever, Mason Miller, and I think his days are numbered, to be quite frank with you. One of the best closers in all of baseball right now. I would almost expect for him to be moved at the deadline. A slow roller to first, and the easy flip to the pitcher to record the final out of the inning. Griswold comes in and cashes in offensively once again. They strike twice in the inning. The lead is 14-3 for the Wolverines. As we head to the top of the 5th inning here, this is a big spot for Putnam. They need a pair of runs here to extend this ball game against Griswold. As we stay with you here, continue our coverage. It's going to be Colin Mitchell, I believe, who's going to come back out. As I still learn all the numbers. We'll take a short break. We'll step aside. Remember, you're listening to all of it right here on SN.
Huh? Yeah, Garvin. He has Garvin, Kiki, and Harden. I'd say maybe Kiki. All right.
Top of the fifth inning here in Griswold. Big spot here for Putnam, who needs a pair of runs here to extend this ball game. And they will turn to Travis Fredette to try and start this inning out offensively. Colin Mitchell again, inning number 5 for him. And as I talked about off the air with Sass, he's not going to be available for this Griswold team. So we'll see what decisions they make pitching-wise tomorrow, as long as they keep this ball game intact. But again, that's why you want length out of your starting pitchers. There's going to be a lot of games played in a short amount of time over these next couple of days, over these next 48 hours. So again, as a coaching staff, you're going to put in your best arms that you really feel like are going to help you move on and advance. First pitch swing, it is into and a diving catch out there. Just, I think that touchdown.
Yeah, he dropped it.
Right at the last second. It was Calvin Odo, who covers some good range out there in left field, was unable to hang on to it. It was a tough vantage point for me to fully see if he held on to it, but a great effort by Calvin Odo trying to help Mitchell retire his first out of the inning. Right back up the middle, out of the reach of Garvin, and the first 2 base runners have reached base safely here for Putnam. They understand what this moment has to offer. Now my question, are you dropping down a sacrifice bunt to put both runners here in scoring position with 1 out?
I don't know, because Harden's got a good arm. So, sorry, I'm really loud right now.
Well, we saw how well he fields his position.
Yeah.
That last out of the inning, so
He's tough to run against. So no matter what you do, something could happen. But you got to think here too. They need 2 runs to keep this game. Yeah, 2 runs to keep this going. So
Malix backed away, brushed back. Little chin music there for Evan Malix to deal with from Colin Mitchell. No outs in the inning yet. Colin Mitchell still looking for one. It was a pair of singles into the outfield. Started out by Travis Fredette, then later Devin Lamott. Now it's Evan Lamux. It's station to station here for Putnam as they again look to pass the baton here in the 5th inning.
I don't know where that one missed.
I've shaken my head a couple of times here in this ball game. The offering from Mitchell right back to the screen.
He swung on 3-0. You don't see that. Oh, no, it was 3-1. I lied. Don't listen to me.
So the count is run full to Evan Malix, the 3rd baseman for Putnam. Mitchell has the sign and the full count pitch. Lifted into center field, straightaway center field for Gilgenbach. They'll put it away and retire. Out number 1, and some nice coverage there. I believe by the pitcher, Mitchell, to keep that where it was. Both runners will stay at first and second. They remain where they are. That was a critical first out of the inning.
2 more here, and this game is over for them with the 10-run rule.
Looks like there's a pinch hitter batting for Putnam. Wait to find his jersey number. That is number 85. That is Jack Seifert.
Yeah, I think that was right.
I've been working on it.
I think that was it.
Seifert swinging. A big cut there from Seifert.
It's either Seifert or Seifert, but I don't know.
We'll go with Seifert.
Yeah. If anybody listening knows.
If you're one of his family members, I take pride in saying the names right. Please write in. He chased the big high heater. It's strike 3. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Seifert. And there's the 2nd out of the inning. And he comes up aggressive there. And after the first 2 have reached base safely, Colin Mitchell's come back with 2 critical outs here, putting them down to their potential final out of the ball game.
This is Carter Morosky.
So another pinch hitter here As you said, they'll turn to Carter Mararski.
What are we doing here? Oh, Coach forgot to tell him about the sub.
Carter Marowski.
Is it Morosky or what do you think?
Well, I see M-U-R-A-W.
I'm going to go Morosky.
Morosky?
Yeah.
Okay. Again, if you're one of the family members or relatives of one of the athletes playing, we don't have a pronunciation guide. We're working with what we got and the spelling. So Carter Morosky.
Ooh.
Big cut there. Colin Mitchell is attacking the strike zone right now. He is going right after the Putnam hitters here. He's looking to find the final out of the ball game and steer this into the garage for Griswold as they look to advance. A high fastball misses up and into Morosky. And the count is level, 1 ball and 1 strike. Putnam down to their final out in this ball game. And the count is even, the 1-1 pitch. This is in the dirt, but Drew Harden, the defensive wizard backstop he is.
2-2.
Oh, that was ball 2?
Yeah, so 2-2 now.
So Putnam on 2-2 with 2 outs.
Ooh.
Swung on and missed, and the ball game is over. Griswold will advance, and they will head over to Dodd Stadium tomorrow. They win it here today by a final score of 14-3. Griswold will enjoy it for a short time. It's a quick turnaround. Have to like what they did here today. They pitched well. They played nice defensively. And at the plate, a lot of really good situational hitting. A lot of good things to build upon as they advance to day 2 of the Eastern Connecticut Conference Tournament. Sass, some final thoughts here from Griswold.
Oh, what an outing. I mean, what a great game to come off of last week. Or not even last week, the weekend. Or no, what was it, Monday?
Yes.
Monday. Great outing. Had a break, got the first round bye, came back out and came out swinging. And Colin Mitchell came out and just dominated on the mound today, which was a great showing by these guys.
You said that was a strategic decision, right?
Yeah.
Only pitch them 2 innings. A nice slate of arms, a nice bevy of arms that Griswold will get to turn to here the rest of the tournament. Colin Mitchell obviously will be unavailable tomorrow, but again, we know how deep this team is pitching-wise. It's going to be interesting to see what they plan to do tomorrow at Dodd Stadium. And then on 1 day's rest, after 2 innings of work, very manageable, comes in, throws that complete game. Maybe not the start he wanted in this ball game, and he really dialed himself in.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, great outing. He started out a little rough. He let up that first run right away. But the rest of the game, I mean, once the bat started going, he felt more comfortable. He got back out there, and he did what he needed to do, and he only let up 3 runs today. And he only had to pitch for 5 innings. So
and we'll talk about that here quickly. You only get to play 5 innings. Hot spring day. We're not into the summer months quite yet. To get this done in 5 innings, what does that do for this group where they're not out there as long? A little bit more recovery time as well before they head to day 2 of the tournament.
So it depends too on Colin's pitch count today. We don't have his pitch count up here.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not marking it.
So, depending on how many pitches he did today, which I can ask Coach Tim later, he might be able to pitch for a little bit tomorrow, not the entire game.
Maybe
they might
closer reliever
bring him in to close. I mean, Sean Garvin is an option, but they don't want to lose Sean at shortstop either.
Right.
They do have
really good shortstop.
They do have Cade who could play over there, but they're going to want to keep Sean at short until the later end of the game. Harden, great, or Kiki. Those are my 2 that they're going to go to for this.
Okay.
So Kiki's a very really good pitcher.
And a freshman too.
Yes, great arm. So I could see those 2 starting tomorrow. Also, depending, like I said, on Colin's pitch count today. I think it was a little high, so I don't know how much rest he'll need. But we'll see what it comes to tomorrow as well.
Do we know who they're playing tomorrow?
Not sure.
Okay, so we will await that. But the final score here from Griswold is the Wolverines 14 and Putnam with 3. 14-3, the final score. Griswold will advance. They are headed to Dodd Stadium tomorrow in Norwich. As for everyone on our crew, Tim on the camera, our technical director, Mike Minarski, And Sean Sass
Yeah.
joining me, adding an
Got it.
extra letter. My apologies.
You're good.
It was a lot of fun. Griswold wins it here 14-3 from Griswold, Connecticut. I don't know why I keep wanting to say stats. It's all right. I feel like I might know someone with that last name. Do I unplug?
Hold on, I don't know. I might get some. I want to see what Mike wants to do. Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, post-game interview? Should we tell them? Stick with us? Oh, did you set down the camera? Yeah. Don't you want to wait? Or no? Oh, you don't want to do it?
I mean, we could, but he already